guys, it's Sheila from One Pretty Little Box. How's it going? Today is Tuesday. Can you believe that already? Tuesday. I was counting down the days and I realized, oh, I only have 6 more days counting today of spring break. And I'm really kind of sad. But it's okay. Move forward, right? Today's video is going to be a little bit different. But it's a hard topic to talk about. And it's one that we don't talk about enough. And it is adults and social media. You ready? Okay. This may hit home with a couple people. It might hit home with you. Kind of hits home with me. Because I deal with too much, too often. You know what I mean? So I'm just going to jump right into it. And this is my PSA, my public service announcement, that we're not in junior high anymore. If you're in junior high, this video is not for you. I'm talking to the adults out there, and you're not an adult, so you can go ahead and click off that video, and I'll see you on another one. Okay? If you are an adult, this video is for you. And if you clicked on it and watched it, it's for you specifically. So I hope that you listen and you take in what's being said. And if it doesn't apply to you, thanks for watching. If it does, do something about it, okay? But we're not in junior high anymore. Stop acting like you are. Stop it. Junior high drama in adults is ridiculous looking. It looks terrible. It almost makes me cringe, and I'm not a violent person, but I kind of want to throat punch you. Not you specifically, but the whole aspect of it, that people think it's okay to act like they do. This, in particular, we're going to talk about the effects that social media has on adult relationships and friendships, right? As we all know, Facebook is big. Instagram is big. Snapchat, it's more for the kiddos, but you know, some of us adults have it because our kids have it. I could go on and on and on. YouTube is a form of social media as well. If you're leaving nasty, snide comments on people's stuff just to be ugly, it shows. It honestly does. It's disgusting, and that's not something I invite into my life. I'm noticing that many people are feeling inadequate because they're comparing their lives to somebody else, say on Facebook post or whatever. That's your issue. It's not the person who posted it. I've had many friends kind of just all of a sudden leave. They're not my friends on Facebook anymore. And whatever reason it is, they weren't adult enough to say, hey, look, you posted this, it offended me. You know, I just wanted to let you know that I've chosen not to be your friend on Facebook because I don't want that to damage our real friendship. That's how adults handle things, right? They don't just say, oh, I'm going to hide and sneak around. See, if Facebook wasn't around and we didn't want to be someone's friend anymore, we would have to look them face to face, talk to them on the phone, and say, listen, this just isn't working out. This relationship is no longer working out for me, and it's time for me to move on. No. Social media has made it too easy. You can hit a delete button and unsubscribe button and just poof off the side of the earth until the other person realizes, you know, I haven't seen such and such posts lately. Let me go pop on their page and see what's going on. And they realize, oh, they defriended me. But people very close to me do that to me. Kind of hurts, you know, but I have to let it go because whatever, that was their beef, wasn't mine. I didn't have an issue with them. I don't know, you know what I mean? But too many times it's too easy to move on. We can't take responsibility for our relationships and our friendships. It's easy just to hide and be a coward and not be straightforward and say, listen, this just isn't happening. Again, people feel inadequate. Some people might feel like their lives doesn't live up to your standards, but in the same reality, that's why some people succeed and some people don't. We all have our own standards of living, and we either meet those standards or exceed them, or we never meet them and we can't reach them. Either way, stop comparing yourself to them. Many people have to find acceptance through social media. Well, let me go post this, and if people don't like it, it must mean they don't like me. That's just a crock of BS. I'll tell you right now, and I'll tell you like that. That's having a pity party for yourself. Who cares if someone doesn't like what you post? If you're that sensitive and that insensitive, delete your accounts and move on. Get away from the internet. You're damaging you as a person, and sadly, in many ways, you're damaging other people without realizing it. I expected this video to be a lot longer than it is, but I've pretty much said what I wanted to say. Grow up. If you can't grow up, you don't belong on any kind of internet, social media stuff. Grow up. Be an adult. You know, the Bible tells you even that when you have a problem with someone, go straight to them before you even go to anybody in the church. You go to the person. Then if you can't solve it out, you go to somebody in the church, and then they work it out or help you. Doesn't mean you have to go to church to get it fixed. But you go to the person with the problem that you have a problem with, and you talk it out. If it doesn't get resolved, maybe bring in a third person and see if a resolution can come. Don't be a coward and walk away. Don't be a spineless bastard and walk away, because that's what happens. It's what you look like. You look like a jellyfish. And I'll tell you for one, I can't stand jellyfish. I don't do drama, and I'm not going to invite drama into my life. You might have just been offended because I cussed on my video. That's not my problem. That's yours. That's something you have to deal with. You don't like it, unsubscribe. You know? Sometimes I have to get my point across. Sugarcoat and candy coating's not going to work. If you're being a jellyfish, it's time for you to be a little bit stronger. Use that backbone you have. Deal with someone, whatever problem it is that you have with them. Don't be a coward. If you have these dreams and goals you want to reach, but you're being a coward, you're never going to reach them. You've got to get some boldness in you and do what's right for you. That's all I got to say. If you're not in junior high, don't act like you are, okay? I know this video is probably a little heavier than what you guys expected, because it's usually not the stuff that I throw out there. But sometimes things need to be said. If this video offended you, I apologize. It was not my intention. My intention is to be real from beginning of the video to the end of the video. And sometimes real isn't pretty. Sometimes real life isn't pretty. Sometimes real life is ugly. It's hard. It's painful. But I can now walk away from the camera and know that maybe, just maybe, I put some fire under some people to stop acting like they're in junior high. It was a terrible time for me. That's why I use it as a reference. If you had a great time in junior high, then you won't get it. But most adolescents who are now adults understand what I'm saying. See you guys next time. Love ya. Bye.